Today we got a project. We're working on the LX570. We're gonna be throwing on these 1.5 inch spacers on here. Come with some red locker also. Jesus Christ. We're gonna be throwing these on there. And the wheels stick out about this much right now. I'll leave the tire and the wheel specs in the description. But we're gonna have these pop out a little bit more, make it look a little bit more aggressive. Right, let's see, y'all. Like this, yeah, like this. Boom. All right, you know what, guys? As I'm holding it up right now to the spot where I'm about to mount it at, I can look and see that it's gonna rev. That space right there. Literally, like if I let it go, it's halfway holding it up already. You know what I mean? Like that's how stiff it is in that spot right there. You know what I mean? So it's literally like I can, you know, put it in there and it'll hold it up almost, you know, by itself. So myth busted. 100% is gonna rub if you got these size rims and tires on your LX, even if it's lifted up a little bit. Even if I put it in, let me put it in high. And let's see. I'm not even gonna try to put them on and then drive around because I know it's gonna rub. And right now it's in neutral. It's in neutral right now. Let's put it in high. So let's try one more time. This pushing here in this position. Like I said, as you can see, it will rub. All right, so like I said, myth busted. We're gonna go ahead and lift it up right now. Y'all, so we installed the spacers on the LX570 a couple days ago. In Houston, we got a problem. These daggone spacers got these front rails rubbing when I turn the wheel. Not even all the way, maybe like 60% of the way to the left or to the right. This right here is what it's hitting. See how that's shining right there? I guarantee you it's that right there. Looks like in the front, maybe a little bit of rubbage right there. We'll see. Let's drive it around the neighborhood a little bit and I'll show you guys to what extent it's rubbing. You know, frontwards and backwards. And we're gonna try to diagnose this thing. Let's get it. All right. Now, I'm gonna lower it down. It was in high mode just now. Let's put it down in the neutral. We're lowering down right now. All right, so let's say we wanna make a right at this right turn right here. We're gonna turn the wheel, look, like this. And it's rubbing on this left side right here. Hold on, I'm gonna make a U-turn right here and I'm gonna show y'all for real, for real. Now let's see. Ooh, we rubbing. Rub it on that side now. This is full lock. And it's, you know, it's touching a little bit. Get a regular left turn. Sorry for the beeping, y'all. I don't got my seatbelt on. Regular left turn right here. It's rubbing. It wasn't doing that before the spacers. So you guys can see, like I said, it's obviously rubbing, you know. One of them bolts actually just came off. Gotta find out where this joint goes. I think it was right, I had it like right there. I think really you only need these two anyway, so that's for sure rubbing in this area. See where it's dark black right there? That's really the only place where I'm feeling it, is right behind the two front wheels. So I'm gonna go ahead and let's crank the wheel all the way. Yeah, so with the wheel all the way turned right now, it's lifting up right now in high mode, but you can see that's where it's rubbing for sure. Right in that little pocket right there. So that's where we're gonna get the heat gun right now, and we're gonna fix it. We're gonna push that back a little bit. And then with the wheel turned all the way to the right now, you see how it's touching right here. So it looks like we're gonna have to bend this a little bit also, but first I'm gonna start with this. All right, y'all, so what you're gonna need for this job is a heat gun. I just got a cheap John, I don't know what it is, it's a Harbor Freight thing or something. And then I got a hammer. All you need really is something to push up against this when you heat it up, just to kind of put pressure on it. That way it bends and stays bent, you know what I mean, as you're heating it up. So probably not your hands, you know, if you care about your fingers, you know, not getting burnt going to the hospital. So we're gonna turn this up all the way to the max. There we go, 7. How I turn this on, I can't even remember, yo. I'm trying not to take the front wheel off, not jack it up right now. You know, I'm trying to do it the lazy way. We're gonna try to just push it in with the hammer. Oh, look at that. Try to hold it, because it's gonna pop back out a little bit. Yeah, look, see how it's popping out? Just hold it. All right, y'all, just turn the wheel all the way to the left. And as you can see, you know, we're clearing now. See that? Looks like it's touching that too. All right, you guys, so you can see same thing on this side. We're gonna bend it on in. See that, you know, it's rubber right there and that black part right there. Same thing like I said here, you can see it rubbing against this. Looks like I'm probably have to mess with that, I guarantee you, yo. Cause that ain't supposed to be touching. Or maybe I just gotta remove this little, these two bolts right here. So it looks like, let's see, let's drive it once I fix this and we'll see. All right, y'all, so we got this side bent in. It's not gonna rub right here. And I went ahead on the other side and removed this piece right here. I'll show y'all. These are two 10mm joints right here. I use regular 10mm socket with the drill. I'll show y'all on this side, but I'm gonna go to the other side. All right, let's see. Yeah, it's rubbing. I'm gonna go ahead and just to be safe, man, since I already removed that little piece, I'm gonna go ahead and use the heat gun and try to push that in also, okay? All right, let's heat this baby up. All right, you guys, so as you can see, I went ahead and pushed this in. You can tell it's a little bit more pushed in than it used to be. It used to stick out a little bit more. Now it's boom, nice to push on in there. Prayers up, prayers up. Gee, look at that, we got like a ½ millimeter of yeah. We should be good, man. At least for driving on the road, you know, if he was off-road and getting busy, you know, had the whole car up sideways and all crazy, maybe you would be, you know, you might have to push it in a little bit more, but it's about to start raining out here soon. Look at them clouds, yo. So I'm gonna hurry get this done. I'm out here with a heat gun. Let me not get electrocuted out here today, y'all. All right, so let's turn the wheel all the way. All right, y'all, so we're on the passenger side right now. This is how it looks like before you take that piece off right there. It's kind of blurry, but you see that little piece? Super easy, boom. Boom. Now we're gonna hit our target areas, okay? Like I said, where you see the black rubbing right here, the rubber on there, right here also, and then this corner was rubbed off on the other side, but not on this side for some reason. But I'm assuming once we get in alignment or something, it'll start rubbing there, maybe. So I'm just gonna push back all the parts, like I said, right here, up on top of here, and then down in this bottom corner, like I did on the other side. Okay, we're gonna heat it up right now. If you start smelling smoke and seeing this stuff looking like melted ice cream, that means take the heat gun off, yo. Stop. You're not past the go. You know, we're gonna go ahead and push this hammer into there. Look at that, like Play-Doh, yo. So we're gonna push it and hold it, let it cool down a little bit in this position. All right, y'all. We nice and bent up. Oh, I'm gonna put it in neutral mode for somebody on YouTube that wanted to see what it looks like in neutral. And I'll show you a little walk around. It's got the 1.5-inch spacers on it now. You know, compared to the first video that I filmed where the guy asked that he wanted another walk around, but you get the idea. So this is what it looks like in neutral mode right now with the front sensor lift that I did to it, you know. But yeah, I like the spacers, you know. I know some people are kind of against them. These are actually the same 1.5-inch spacers that I got on Sequoia. And I ride back and forth to California all the time, y'all. Like every other weekend I'm in Cali. You know, driving all over 5, 6, 7 hours, 9 out, you know what I mean? So, and I'd be having this joint weighted down, yo, like 3, 4 motorcycles in the back, you know, some motorcycles on the front, you know, crazy, yo. So, I never had no reliability issues with the spacers. I don't do too much off-roading. It makes it look nicer, it makes it look more aggressive. So this is the LX in neutral mode right now, y'all. Looks good. Well, guys, drastic times call for drastic measures. I let my mom and my sister drive this ride. And of course, they find a way for it to rub. And look at this, they done ripped the screw out of here. This thing's out the socket. And that's got this all janked up. Jesus Christ. Let's check the other side to see the damage. Yeah, this side doesn't look bad at all. A little bit of trimming right here we'd have to do. But I'll go ahead and do that side just because. Let's see right here. Barely. So we got the 4-pound hammer today. We got the Dremel, and I'm gonna get the heat gun. We're gonna bring the heat gun out. We're gonna push this out even more. I'm gonna make sure nothing ever drags on here ever again. All right, no rubbing. So we're gonna do the same thing we did before. I'm pushing these even more in. You know, back here looks really good, nice and clear, but I'm pushing that even more out. And then we're gonna show you guys a Dremel. I'm gonna cut this right here. You know, that corner right here is gonna get cut down. You know, but not too far. We don't want to come close to that screw right there. I refuse to admit defeat on this, y'all. We are not removing these 1.5-inch spacers. We keeping them on here, man. It makes it look so much tougher. Pink Crocs on in sport mode. We ready to rock and roll, y'all. Let's get it. So this right here is what I cut off. Y'all can see. I know it's wide angle, but this is on the passenger side right here. These are the black pieces that were rubbing, or the white, you know, plastic piece right here that was turning black because of the rubber being rubbed on it. So I'm gonna go ahead and chop this down, make it look a little bit cleaner. This one right here looks clean enough, I think. And hopefully we won't get any more rubbing, y'all. So I just did the same thing to this side. Cut a nice little line straight down. It's really not that much that's rubbing on it, but it's enough to where, you know, it janks it all up. So take that off, try to get it looking semi-clean at least. You know, chop it enough off-road like so it ain't gonna look beautiful. And then I wanna do the same little chop right here. It's a little, you know, splice up, and then boom, I'm gonna go ahead and slide up, boom, with this one, okay? All right, it's not looking really pretty, y'all, but I'm pushing this even further back in the front because this is part of what was rubbing this bottom black part right here, just on this bottom ledge. So it's pushed back even more now. Hopefully that's good. Let's go on a little test drive and see with these modifications as well to the trim right there. It looks ugly right now because it's getting been all janked up and heated up and pushed in and ripped out, and you know, but let's see. Hopefully this works. All right, backing out of the inclinated driveway right now. Let's go full lock and see. Yeah, a little slight rub. Let's turn it back straight. Let's make this turn. Jesus Christ. All right, at the further investigation, looks like on this tire right here, this is what it's rubbing on. For some reason, it's rubbing on that one bolt or that plastic piece that I got in there now. When I turn it like 75%, you know, when I turn it about that much. So now I know my problem, and I got to figure out how to fix that. All the way to the next side. Turn it the other way. There you go. All the way.